Alright, we're back with more Mysteries of Old Tokyo. In the office library, you are cataloguing new arrivals in the library. Books of every kind, some brand new in their shrink wrap, others so old the covers are coming off. A book falls suddenly from a shelf. You notice lamps hung from the ceiling, a swing, another tremor, then a metal shutter slams shut across the doorway with terrifying swiftness. The lights go out. Oh, is there a ghosty among us? When they come back on, the room is bathed in red light. An incessant alarm is beeping. A monitor hanging above the shuttered doorway is flashing red. Back, then text. Sky God, intrusion. The lights go out again. Something chimes happily. When the lights come back on, the doorway is open again. You are no way prepared for what you see out the window. What do we see out the window? The Great Kanto earthquake. We get a earthquake. Remember as well that all staff in the Asia Pacific Division are warmly welcome to the Chips and Dips social at the middle of office this Friday. We're going to travel a long way to get to Manila, though not too long. Please direct your investigation this week that provided locations which encompass various regions affected by the 1923 Great Kanto earthquake. Further information will be telexed to you. Let's go. Let's go indeed. I'm so excited. Alrighty. We've got lots of spiritual activity here associated with the spirit at three locations. We can go to Koyabashi, Tsukuji Honganji Temple, and Rokoku Bridge. How's my pronunciation? Immediately go there. Space time intrusion by entity Sky God detective. If Sky God nears your location, you must shelter in place while the phenomenon passes. Note to play, you discard the negative effect of Sky God in settings that you prefer a purest puzzling experience. Well, let's use the Sky God. He's right here, just smiling at me right now. I love him. He's very handsome. Alrighty. And what's our spirit report? And the spirit report is at the Tsukiji Honganji Temple. Where do we want to go to first? Let's go to Kyobashi. I bet you that's close, right? Kyobashi Place. So we probably want to take the Taraka. Yeah, this is only 15 minutes. Let's navigate to there, shall we? And I mean, will the spirit god kill me now that I'm outside? Uh, we wanted to go to the Takarasho station. Walk southeast. This is south, this is east. And that's the Tokyo line. Ginza line. Higashi Ginza line. Hibiya line. Alrighty. Well, let's do one of the other ones in that case. Let's go back to our PDA. Directory. What's it called? The Kobayashi. Kyobashi. Kyobashi. Where do you reckon Kyobashi is? Let's take this one. Walk southeast to Kyobashi Station. Aha, so if we just walk to Kyobashi Station, then we can get there. Ginza, Higashi Ginza, Keihin Tokyo, Hibiya, Tokyo, Otemachi, Kasumigaseki, Toraman. Oh, if it, let's go to a different area. I can't find it. Let's go to the Tsukiji. Tsukiji. Hongonji Temple. And yeah. 20 minutes. Walk east to the Tokyo station. I can do that. There we go. And then board the Marunouchi line to Ginza. And then walk south to the Tsukishigo station. Shimbashi. Well, Why does it always... Hold on, where are we here? Can we sit here? No. It doesn't exist. Allegedly. Allegedly doesn't exist. What's at this location? Let's go to... This is the problem, right? Let's see the map inset. Alrighty. Higashigin's is that this station doesn't exist. It's antithetical to the whole thing. Alrighty. Well, let's go Tsukiji. Tempo, but take this one. Ginza board the Hibiya line. Oh, we can do that. Hibiya line to Tsukiji. There we go. Ah, there it is. Cool! And then we can go to the... Which one was it? The Gobo Temple? PDA. Honganji. I'm guessing this one. Oh, I just got a new postcode location. There we go. And now we just want to walk there. Perfect. The sea feels close here as you head towards the temple. When you find it, it feels like out of place in a wonderful way. I was sucked up from a distant rainforest in India. The monks seem to pass right through Ando Chui as they wait for you. Lieutenant Ando faces your worried smile. Oh, is everything alright? It all felt so cold, and then... It was the 12th year of the Taisho period. I was in Hibiya Park when the earthquake struck. After some time, I waited for 30 minutes. Walked for 30 minutes, sorry. Following that, I saw Ito Chuta's Honganji temple burn. Later on, I walked for about an hour. Eventually, I crossed the river on the Rogoku Bridge. The bell tolls and it tolls for Ando Chui. Wait, where? Okay, so we got new resources identified. Visit these. So we need to visit a new station as well. Ryogoku. Okay. And a book on Indian Buddhism. Aha, there we go. Cool. Oh, it's a really cool temple, actually. It looks very, like Indian Buddhist, right? Let's have a look at what it looks like now. Oh my god, it's basically the same. It has not changed in the, what, basically 100 years? Almost 100. 90 years since. Okay, so let's get out of here. Go on, get. Alright, well, let's take this PDA to Kyobashi from here, I reckon, because this is kind of near Kyobashi Road. Kyobashi. Walk north to Tadacho Station. So is this... no. Again, we have not found Tadacho Station, so we need to actually discover it first. What else is in my... Koiga... Kyobashi place. Walk northeast to Tsukiji Station. Aha. Yes, we can do this. Tiba line for Ginza. We're back in Ginza, boys. Or the Ginza line for Kiyosaki. And here we are in Kyobashi. And now we've unlocked this as a station as well that we can just walk to. And we want to get a Kyobashi itself. We go to the postcard. Alrighty. Nihonbashi district from Kyobashi Street. Though Kyobashi was once a bridge, it's hard to imagine there was ever any bridge or even water here in the middle of a busy, strapping district. Oh really? Okay, so it used to be a bridge. What did it look like in the past, I wonder? Fire, fire! As you walk down the street, the buildings seem to grow inwards, making the gaps between them even narrower. It is suddenly a lot hotter, a lot smokier, a lot harder to breathe. A strong wind is blowing. Folks are running to and fro, commanders billowing as they scramble together at bundles or haul baskets away from what you see is now a raging conflagration. Flames lick the house as a chain reaction, one burning property betraying its neighbor at a time. The air is thick with the smell of charcoal. As you look around, you realize just how much wood is around you. Dry wood. Walls, doors, window frames. Ladders, baskets, planks, and tiles. Excuse us, residents, volunteer fire brigade number 7 coming through. You turn around to see a tight squad of impressively dressed firemen in skin-tight leggings and long padding coats. One wears a helmet with a cowl hanging down over his shoulders, drenched in water. With alarming swiftness, they scale one of the buildings like acrobats, shouting and swarming. One seems to be directing his comrades from the ground, but they all seem to know what to do, ripping out tiles and pulling apart wooden frames. Even as the flames come closer. One of the firemen plants himself at the end of the roof and raises a curious contraption aloft. A flag or standard of some kind, bearing a mark which you suppose denotes the brigade's name. He spins the flag as white streamers twirl in the winds generated by the huge flames. You discovered a new treasure. Matoy Firefinder's flag. Ooh. So what, they would spin it to... the flames would spin it around to tell you who was fighting the fire, I guess. Information from a brochure, an entry from a newspaper archive, image in a book about architecture, and a modern photo from a book about Ginza. Cool. And this is what it used to look like. You couldn't really even tell that there used to be a bridge even then. In fact, it looks slightly less busy now, doesn't it? Basically, nothing has remained the same over the years. Alrighty. Well, that's Kyobashi, I guess. Now we need to go to the Rogoku Bridge, or yeah, the Rogoku Station. So we need to go to both of these. So let's get a Rogoku. Ryogoku Station. Alright, walk east to Takarasho Station. Alright, is that a station that we have? Yes. For the Asakusa line to Asakusabashi. Yoink. Oh, we're out in the woods now. And we want to go to the Rogoku Bridge. But we also want to go here for some reason, right? Aha, you discovered a new postcard location near the station. Kokugikan Racing Hall from Rogoku Bridge. Let's get to that postcard while we're here. Ooh, is this where they did sumo? The Sumida River is gently lapping the bridge supports as you peer over the edge. There is a strange feeling in the air like you're standing on the junction between two different worlds. The old and the new. It definitely looks like quite old even now, doesn't it? An old photo, a post-war aerial photograph, and this is what it looked like in the past, but let's take a photo now. It's got more greenery now. That's nice. And, well, that building is basically the same, isn't it? So there's this massive temple that was here, which is no longer here. It's been eaten up by that skyline. Alrighty. There was one more location that we needed to go to near here, wasn't there? Visit the Rogoku Station to unlock additional evidence. Alrighty, well, let's go back to here and then board the Choyusu for Rogoku. Perfect. You see some new data, a book about the Great Kano earthquake. Okay. Now we want to plan our route back to the office, as usual. We haven't got anything about the sun god yet, so let's just hope that he doesn't, you know, mess with me too much. Chosubu line to Akihabara. Go to Akihabara. And then we want to go the Yamanote line for Tokyo. Harajuku, Tokyo, Tokyo, Tokyo. There we go. Alrighty, perfect. Oh, there he is. I saw him. Okay. And then we want to get out of here and wander over to the office. I'm sure he won't. He's not even here right now. Look at him. We're done fine. Let's do the spirit report first. Though actually, it always tells me to do the other stuff first. So let's return to the office and do the data entry. Let's go grab this here photo of the street. It was this one, wasn't it? And now this is going to be a, yeah, we need to do it in both areas. Daiichi Tower. Oh, where's Daiichi Tower? Oh. Alright, well, let's do that in a moment. Let's get the Daiichi Life Insurance Company. It was founded in 1902. In 1921, the Empress Daiichi Sokugan was built in Kyobashi. At 7 stories, it was one of Tokyo's first skyscrapers, with its distinctive red brick and elegant European-style domed cupola tower soaring above the Ginza Street. In 1938, the company relocated to a prime piece of real estate near the Imperial Theatre, directly across from the moat of the Imperial Palace. Wow! In 1993, the new DN Tower 21 was constructed as the headquarters for the company. In Kyobashi, the Sokugan was demolished in 1969, but in 2012, a new Sokugan 110 tower was constructed on the same site, bearing much of the same architectural features and a nod to the past. So, red brick and domed cupola tower. So we look at that photo there. It'd be this one here, right? Yes. Because that's red brick. And that's got a domed tower. Though this one's also got a domed tower. But this one's definitely more of a skyscraper, isn't it? Though it's not as tall as your modern day towers. So this will be... Oh, and this is Kyobashi Street. Now we just need to find Daiichi Tower, which will be this one, roughly here, I think. Because this has got the same rounded tower and that red brick. So it's hard to see if it's exactly the same one. Let's me analyze this for now. Aha! And then we'll analyze this one. Maybe this is the Daiichi Tower. Yeah, perfect already. Perfect. Okay, and now let's go back to the encyclopedia for a second and ring about this. Running continuously from Kyobashi to Nihonbashi, the main street that runs through the heart of the greater Tokyo shopping district is crammed with the grand buildings of wealthy merchants and establishments that have been in business for countless years since the old Edo period. Store after store with rows of ease, timeless reputations, and traditional thick-walled warehouses, there's one with an impression of the Edo period. Spoonful of the modern concrete high-rises, they take pride in their prosperity. Ooh. There's a picture of the building there. And what's this? The building as it stands today. And this is the 110 tower. And yeah, it looks basically the same now. Death toll rule rises in Japan quake. Ah, that's sad. Government distributing food and water to residents, village humanitarian pressure among non-Japanese. Countless bodies destroyed, very few are unharmed. Many San Franciscans wait anxiously for news. So San Francisco people were worried about the people in Tokyo because they had many similar ancestors because of World War II, right? Was this... This was during World War II? Yeah. Today, the Crown President Hirohito met with the Home Minister... No, before World War II. And Tokyo Police Chief in Ueno Park. The Princess entered the tower of the damaged Daiichi Life Insurance Company building in Kyobashi to personally inspect the damage from the viewing platform at the top. Well, that's cool of the Emperor to do, wasn't it? Now, this is Kyobashi Street. Looking towards the Nihonbashi district. Was that right? Yeah, Kyobashi. The main street that runs through the heart of the greater Tokyo district. Right, trading continuously from Kyobashi to Nihonbashi. Oh, this is the San Francisco News. Ah, I see. Um, Daiichi Life Insurance Tower. With a couple on the top of the Sokugan. The dome building on the right is the Daiichi Life Insurance Company Tower. Built in. When was it built? It was built in. Daiichi Sokugan building was built in 1921. 1921. Sogoban. Built in 91. It was destroyed, or it was harmed or damaged. Yeah. In the 1923 earthquake. So it literally was built and then just damaged in 2 years after it was built. Now, what district is it? Maybe the Nihonbashi district? Yeah. Nihonbashi district from Kyobashi Street. Well, it says that in the photo. Perfect, look at that. And I'll just, again, scroll through this. If you want to read it, go ahead. It's a lot. That's why I don't feel like, and here I've forgotten entirely how this game works. Alright, well, this is gonna be pretty easy. It's literally the same building. They haven't changed it at all. The Honganji branch temple in Tokyo's West Tsukiji is a Buddhist temple that brings together. That's where the market is, ancient India with a modern twist, thanks to the hard work of our country's very own master of architecture, Ita Chuta. This great temple measures 48 kin in width and 31 kin in depth. The exotic round tower in an attractive deep emerald color rises to a height of 110 shaku in the sky above the reclaimed land of Tsukiji. At the touch of a button, the modern electric-powered bells ring out their refrain, "All things must pass." Wow, okay. So that's what the bells sound like? And then devastation in Nihonbashi and Kyobashi, where the fish market had stood before. Bottom of the Tsukiji district, which burned in the earthquake together with its grand old temple. So they needed to rebuild the temple in its honor? Oh wow, it was very much burnt, wasn't it? I wouldn't think that an earthquake would cause burning like this, you know? After reconstruction in 1935, it hosted the new fish market and a new, more modern temple. And this is the inside of the temple. This is very Indian inspired, isn't it? Cave 19 of the Janta Cage. Ah, this is in Aurangabad. Carved from the rock, these ancient halls are perhaps the finest monuments in all of Buddhism. Those are really cool, I like those. I wouldn't mind going to see these in real life, to be honest. Cool. Alrighty. This is the Honganji Temple. Nah, yeah, the Suguji Honganji Temple. I mean, it'd be the Honganji Temple in Tsukiji, right? It was built before. Well, technically it was built before, but then it was built after, once again. Because it was destroyed and then, yeah. So the earthquake happened in... When was it again? 1923. 1923. So this will be after. The architecture is inspired by the Ajanta caves, I guess. It said somewhere that it was inspired by something. I don't know whether it was the Ajanta caves or if it wasn't announced, but you know, it's got these photos of the Ajanta caves. ancient India. The bell tower. Did we learn how long the bell tower is? The exotic round tower raises to a height of 110 shaku. The 110 shaku, which, if we look in additional here, we can find that a measurement, a shaku is 0.3 meters. So 110 shaku would be 110 times 0.3, which I'm just going to do in my calculator, but I think it'll be work out to something like 30-ish, right? 33-ish, maybe. What do you reckon, calculator? Or count for short, you know? 110 times 0.3. Yeah, look at that. I should have done my thing. It would be 33 meters tall. Not that high in the whole scheme of things, right? Slightly high. Perfect. And then we know what Tsukiji is artificial land. There's a lot of artificial land in for somewhat overpriced sleep food. That's true. Don't go to the Tsukiji market. I think that they've kind of banned tourists after the whole Logan Paul thing anyway. But yeah, it's just like not worth it. There's much better things elsewhere. So yeah, if you can, I would recommend spending your tourism dollars in elsewhere places. Alrighty, anyway, let's go to this. The Green Dome is the Ryogoku Bridge. Perfect. Analyze. There we go, perfect. Well, let's read Kobashi. No. The bridge here. Famous for the Kawabiraki Boat Festival, the Ryogoku Bridge was originally built in Manji 2 and was the first bridge across the Sumida River. It's a simple bridge without ornamentation, making it a convenient spot to watch fireworks. The Ryogoku Kokuji-kan area, renowned for sumo wrestling, rises 1735 shaku tall. It has a total floor space of 4,000 subo, costs 1.5 million to build, and can hold 16,000 spectators. That's a lot of spectators watching sumo. Under the Great Iron Dome, where in the spring and summer sumo tournaments, the scheduled sumo fans are drawn in from across the capital. The regular annual events for Chrysanthemum Dolls and the Norroof Night Festival are also very popular. And this is the sumo hall. To the top sometime around the opening day, bottom after the earthquake. So it didn't really get damaged too much from the earthquake, did it? I mean, it did. It got this whole, like, clock face head destroyed. And anything that was, like, extra got destroyed. But, you know, overall, the main building fared pretty well. Alrighty, and that's it now, ish, the Memorial Hall. And look, it's very obvious in this aerial font where it is. 1945. I wonder, yeah, just flow over, take a photo. The green dome, this one here, you can't no longer see, is the, that's the, what is it called? I've forgotten. Bombed Tokyo, right. So they bombed Kokujikan Sumo Hall. Kokujikan. It was just, oh well, it was like damaged. And when's this earthquake again? I've forgotten. 1923. I should remember by now, but it's decided to slip my mind. Alright. It was also known as the Memorial Hall, which was written on it. So you knew that it was the Memorial Hall because they painted Memorial Hall directly on it. And I imagine that the Americans did that because they can't read Japanese, so they had to put it in English. Um, what you would think? Anything interesting that I'm spotting in here? Residents have no reason to visit and tourists don't bother. So it's like quite calm, and you can see the sky tree. Can we see the sky tree? The expensive Edo Tokyo Museum is also nearby and worth additions. Today it hosts sumo wrestlers, right, and even Street Fighter tournaments. Ooh, that'd be cool to go to. Ooh, nice. Well, look, I don't want to end my day. Don't. Okay, perfect. Thanks. Where's the sky tree? Well, I can't see it in here because the sky tree ain't been built yet. Ah, there it is. Okay, I see it on the left-hand side here in this one. Anyway, let's get to the office and do the spirit report while we're here. Okay, what's the spirit lying about? I was walking through Hibiya Park, the 12th year of the Taisho period. So let's do that. So when was the Taisho period? Taisho. Alright. Taisho. His son beginning the Taisho area in 1912. Alright. So 1912 is the start of the Taisho area. So, if we edit this, this is 12, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. I was walking through the Hibiya Park by the crane fountain when the earthquake struck. Well, the earthquake didn't happen. Oh, no, it did happen in 1923, right? But did the crane fountain exist? Crane fountain. When was it built? At the east corner in Clownship Pond. The crane fountain in the postcode was created in 1905. Uh-huh. Okay. And the earthquake happened in 1923? That was right? Earthquake. Yep, perfect. So it's not lying about any of that. After the trimmer shop, I fled east towards Shiguki on foot for about 30 seconds. So let's have a look for routes. So routes from, we want to go 1923. And then we want to select Hibiya, the crane bandit. And say that he made it to Tsukiji. A walk would be about 28 minutes. Alright, so he's not lying about that either. Fled east towards Suguji and fought for about 30 minutes, yep. In Suguji, I saw the Great Hongonji Temple destroyed, designed by Edo Chuda, burn and tumble to the ground. Well, that did happen, right? The Hongonji Temple did. But did he design... Did Edo Chuda design that one, or did he design the second one? Let me read about the Honganji Temple again. Honganji. Here it is. So in this one, the Honganji Branch Temple, thanks to hard work of our country's very own master of Dr. Edo Chuda, the exotic round temple at the touch of a button. So, but yeah, the first temple was built after the new temple called Sugui Gogo was a scrolling complex of history. Legend Honganji opened 1935. So Honganji wasn't built until 1935. So this is wrong, right? Yep. And with Western architecture, right, and inspired by the gigantic caves. There we go. It's very modern and somewhat unconventional. Right. This is what we get. 32,000 subscribers on YouTube. Ooh. Has even has Gachapon. Ah. Okay. So, there we go. So what we know is that this is a lie. The Honganji temple wasn't designed by Edo Chuba, and the primary location did not exist in the year. And this was because in this one, this one, the first temple, yeah, let's do it. You're wrong, Undertweet. The temple designed by Interchua wasn't built until 1935. Is that so? I must be mistaken. Well, I feel warmer now, as if some part of me returned to life. Or returned to the fire, perhaps. I was born at the Meiji end of the Meiji area in Kamido, east of the Sumida River. My parents were very poor. My father worked in a fish factory, but when I was 5, he was killed in an accident at work. Even though it was their fault, the owners of the factory refused to take any accountability. My mother and my older sisters had to work long hours just to get enough money to feed us all. Well, that's sad, isn't it? Even then, as a child, I thought, why did my father suffer and die while others got rich? You should become a communist, my good friend. As a youth, I studied hard to stay at the top, even as boys from richer families seemed to cruise by on their family connections. When I came of age, I decided the best option for me was to join the army. In 1931, I graduated from the Army Academy, and I thought I would finally succeed from my hard work, but even in the Army, there were barriers. Every year, I watched the elite sons of the Army War College rise higher and higher, while those of us from the Academy were held back. I talked with other Army officers who felt the same way I did. The corrupt elites have exploited the hard-working people, we said. The Meiji Restoration has failed. It is time for a revolution in Japan. Did you lead the revolution? Heck yeah, let's go. Let's go. Do a revolution now. Bring new communism to Japan. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay. And now we get our little free... Yep. We will see you on Monday, my good friends. The Nihon Bashi district. Do you reckon that they will, yes, actually care about our work anymore? In an old ballroom, after a long hunt, you find the old ballroom on a quiet side street. I'm here for a rare item collection, you say, showing the email printout. The custodian barely looks up from his baseball game as he hands you the keys. You gasp when you step inside. The curtains are faded, the seats tattered, and the stage covered in dust. But there is still some magic in the air. When you pick up this stack of old playbills, there's a rush of hot air, hundreds of bodies, dancers, thrilling and milling around you, laughing and singing, the big band blasting in your ears, the stench of sweat and alcohol in the air. Then, just as quickly as it came, the scene fades, and you are alone in the empty ballroom. Oh. These ghosts, they keep on playing with my heart. I want to see all of this in real life. God damn it. Week 4. Do you like movies? How about the theatre? We are sending you this week to investigate the performing arts. Also, what happens when an entire nation prepares for inevitable debt and then is guaranteed a sudden reprieve. If you're a temporary worker, please remember to submit your timesheets by the end of next week or you will not be paid. Further information will be telexed to you. Let's go! So we're looking into World War II now, I guess? Yeah. This week you are tasked with immediate acquisition and historical research for the following locations. The Imperial Theatre, maybe we can go see the Emperor, Nippon Gaikujo Theatre, and the Takaruzuka Theatre. Each location you're expected to acquire digital photo assets and input a textual summary of the site history. We've got another spirit here. Let's go. Alright, while we're here, let's, oh, we got another ghosty back. Encyclopedia. No, return to office. Let's have a look at the samurai. No, I wanted to look at this mysterious drawer that I'm not allowed to look into, you know? I'm excited about it. That just goes directly to the encyclopedia. Well, let's go to the Imperial Theatre. I think that's quite nearby, isn't it? Isn't it in Tokyo? Like at the Tokyo thing? I don't know. What was south of the Yurakusho station? Do we have a giant god looking at us at the moment? Yurakusho station. Yes, aha. And then we can just go to the, what's it called? The Imperial Theatre. Go to the postcard. Perfect. And Tokyo Kaikan. Oh, there's a nice little boat here. I mean, like, across from the imposing and ancient stone walls lining the castle moat, this theatre seems somewhat out of touch from time. I don't see it. The figure of Kankawa Kirai is reflected in the sunny waters of the palace moat. Yoon is chewing on a stick of grass and gives you a grin when you approach. Well, as again, after so long it's hard to keep track. It was 2 years after the Second World War ended. Went window shopping in Kyobashi. Sometime after I walked from there to the Imperial Theatre. After some times I watched Americans near the Allied GHQ building. Later on I walked to the Ernie Pyle Theatre nearby. Subsequently I watched a performance at the Ernie Pyle Theatre. Tankawa Kiro turns and disappears towards the station. Alrighty, a post on social media and a photo from the post-war period. Ooh. Let's take a photo, shall we? It looks a lot different now, doesn't it? They've kind of got rid of a lot, and I guess that this is now the theatre building and it's just gone. Or, well, it's been massively improved. Beyond the Basakaimon gate, one is reminded of the old era Edo period. The ancient pine trees are complemented by the white castle walls, casting reflections on the moat. Turn around and one sees the proud and modern beauty of Tokyo Kankan, the Imperial Theatre, and other magnificent, dazzling, monumental buildings that now too cast their reflections in the water and the moat. The glorious spectral, harmless beam of beauty, both old and new, within a single glass, is unparalleled. Well, I would prefer it to look like this, to be honest, but you know, this is nice too. But you know, I can't. Beggars can't be choosers, you know, right? Anyway, let's go to a different area. Let's see if we can find something more beautiful here. Let's go to the Nippon Gakujo Theatre. We're going to all the theatres. I mean, that makes sense, right? Nippon Gakujo. Nippon Gakujo Theatre. We want to go to the place, I guess. Find a route for me. Thank you. 4 minutes. Well, south or west to Hibiya Station. And then we can just go here. Do we go to the postcard or the... yeah. Ginza seat for Nippon Gakuju Movie Theatre. Wow. Ginza is just as busy as ever as you cross the street. This gigantic building past of a billboard seems like it will be big enough to contain everything you might ever want. Is it just a movie theatre? Because it's massive for a movie theatre. Or Olympic Judoji. The picture sits as a turning in an old TV. With the scanlines, you see streets lined with the flags of the world, a carnival atmosphere, a brash voice in your ears. Tokyo, the ancient city of samurai, turns to the future in the year 1964. There is cheering from the crowd, a great parade, a marching band with crisp white uniforms, then the athletes. Swimmers, boxers, runners, rowers, fencers, gymnasts, all waving the flags from their home nations, from Canada to Cameroon, Mexico to Monaco, Venezuela to Vietnam. Into the delegation from Japan, 328 athletes marching together as they smile and wave to righteous applause from the onlookers. One judoka catches your eyes. He's wearing a clean white judogi, which reflects the blazing sun so brightly that it hurts your eyes. Then the picture shifts again, flickers back to life for a single frame, then everyone, athletes and crowd alike, are gone. Only the judogi remains. It hovers in the air in the form of a human for a second, then collapses in a heap on the ground. You discover a new treasure. Wow. So we've really found out that the ghosts are the judogi, right? And basically everything has changed. There's a Hermes building now. Very expensive. Located in the Yurakusho Amusement Center, the Nippon Gakujo Theater boasts a unique building and innovative performance methods. The circle-shaped motion picture auditorium sits 4,000. There's so many. And the basement hosts the famous news theater. In the Yurakujo, one can also find the Tokyo Takuruza Review, Hibiya Movie Theater, and Marunouchi's Shokuku Theater. Towards Ginza is the Kabukiza Tokyo Theater and Shimbashi Playhouse. Altogether, they form what is known as the Karakugai, or Entertainment District. Wow. Okay. Alrighty. Well, yeah, let's have a look here. Yeah, really nothing that sticks out to me is staying, right? Just the road, really. Okay, let's go back to our PTA. And we need to find the other place, the Takarazuka Theater. Takarazuka Theater. Where's that? Do we reckon we can just walk there again? Directory. Takarazuka Theater. There we go. Perfect. And then we'll find a route. Yes, okay. We walk northeast of the Yurakusho station. Let's go. Oh. Oh. This one, right? Yes. Go to the postcard. Thank you. Look at this. This is beautiful. You're not sure exactly what you're looking for as you cross the road from Himbiya Park. But the tall beige building you find doesn't look like a theatre, but it does bear the words Tokyo Takarazuka on the side. It looks nice. Don't know why. Visit these stations for updated info. Tora no Mon. Alrighty, cool. A strange figure at Takarazuka Theatre because you to come out. Some information what might be of interest, the stranger says. Ooh. I'm guessing that's another ghost. A ghosty. It's also changed a lot. All these theatres really changing. Kind of for the worst, aren't they? The Tokyo Takaruzu Theatre is located near the Imperial Hotel and is the queen of the Yurakusho Amusement Center. Home to the Takarazuka Girls Review in Tokyo. Oh, have I been here? I think I've been here. It is a memorial landmark for young women in Tokyo. The theatre is fully fitted with air conditioning and heating. The facility is dedicated to all that is good and beautiful, and magnificent performances to boot. It enjoys the monopoly with the Tokyo public as a place for the whole family to enjoy the popular arts. So I've got a little story to tell. The first time I visited Japan, I was in school. We did like a school exchange between Japan and New Zealand. Anyway, as part of the exchange in Tokyo, the girls on our trip stayed in like homestays, but the boys in our trip stayed in a school. And the school was a school for girls. So you would think it would be the opposite, right? That the girls would stay in the girls' school and the boys would be home. But there was less girls than boys, so I think that it made sense just in that regard. Anyway, I think that as part of that, like homestay, we went to that theatre. So there we go. Um, oh, we needed to go to another station, didn't we? Yeah. And it was called Toro something. Tora no Mon. Tora no Mon. And you might be wondering why I've got such bad Japanese pronunciation. Just because I've been to Japan twice. It's hard, okay? It's hard. Niju Bashime Station. Walk west to there. Alright. Oh, yeah. And then we take the Chiyoda line to Kasumi. Gaseki. And then we take the Toranamo Station, which should be here. Come across a small museum with some useful information, a summary of the principal occupation, and a payment page for famous figures 1945. Ooh, let's go back home. I'll just walk. It saves me some money, you know. Data entry. Let's go to Oh, it's going to be hard to remember because I think this one's it. Yes, the Imperial Theatre is here now, but this was the Imperial Theatre. No, this is the Imperial Theatre. This is the Tokyo Kaikan. That's the Imperial Theatre. This is the Tokyo Kaikan, right? Or maybe this is the Tokyo Kaidan? Yeah, let's do that. And lice. And the Tokyo Kaikan just doesn't exist anymore. It's been demolished. Or this is the Tokyo Kaikan, I guess. Perfect. Alright. Now let's read about it. The date? No, we've already read about this one. The Imperial Theatre, actually. Is this the Imperial Theatre? Yes, this is the Imperial Theatre. Alrighty. So why is it telling us about the Solgukan 110 in here? One is a reminder of the old era period. The ancient pine trees. Right, we'll read this one out. This is the post-war Tokyo. A US officer poses by the HQ of the Supreme Commander for the Allied Powers, SCAP. So they hid it in the theatre. This is once the sea. The Imperial Palace moat is all that is left of the Hibiya Inlet, which reached to Tokyo Bay and the Pacific beyond. After Edo Castle Right was built in 1457, the inlet started to be filled in, and today the most is some 10 kilometers from open water. Today, a good chunk of downtown Tokyo lies where the inlet used to be, including the Imperial Theatre, the brown building at the left, right there, and the grey-white columns of the historic Daiichi Seimei Sogo building to its right, which is right here. So that's the Daiichi Seimei Sogo building. Bolero game. They made this game, didn't they? So they're using their own. This is the Imperial Theatre in Tokyo Kaikan. And the Tokyo Kaikan, not right, is the, what was it called? It was in this little Daiichi Seimei Sogo building. Daiichi Seimei Sogo. Seimei, once used by the Allied forces, right? American, what does it say here? The Allied powers. The Supreme Commander by the Allied powers. And headquarters for the company. In Kyobashi, the company released... right. Okay. American... tower... Kaikan Theatre. I don't think this is right. This might be American... Allied American forces or something like that. Let's have a look at the remaining. Let's leave that for there for now. Now this one is this one, right? Yeah, the Wako building is probably this one, I'm gonna guess. This is the Wako building. This we can analyze, right? Oh, okay, there's not the Wako building. Alrighty. What is the same between this photo and this photo? We probably should read about it. But that's too easy, you know? Maybe it is this Hermes building. This one? No, okay. Well, let's read about it. I was sure that this would be the Wako building, you know? This one here, but nope. Alright, let's read. So, the encyclopedia says that the Nippon Gakujo Theatre boasts a unique building in it. Right, we read this one. One can also find the Tokyo Hibiya Movie Theatre and Marunouchi Shokugo Theatre. Altogether they form what is the... So what building is it? The Wako. Let's search for Wako building. During this time, this view with a white granite Wako building with its historic clock tower. Okay. White granite with historic clock tower. Is this it out here? Let's get a clock tower. Let's analyze, shall we? This is the Wako building here, right? Yes, perfect. And so the historic clock tower. Can we zoom in? It'd be on this side of the road. Let's get a clock tower there. But it doesn't look at all similar. Ah, there it is, there. It's so much smaller in this photo. I suppose because of all the buildings beside it. There we go. This is the Nippon Gakujo Movie Theatre, right? Theatre. From the year it hosted the blank performance. Alright, let's read about the Nippon Gakujo Theatre. Alright. We can also find... Altogether they form... Alright. Let's see if we can find out more about the Nippon Gakujo Theatre. From now on, you'll be performing at the Nippon Gakujo. Come quickly now. Alrighty. An older lady. Came to Tokyo and that would debut at the theatre, yeah. And the devastation struck me, and all the goes, when we arrived, we found the doors shuttered. A strange feeling came over me. Kaoru and I waited in silence. After an hour, an old lady came strutting up to us with a fearsome care. You've been here all along, she said. Didn't you get the letter? We're waiting for you. The review has moved. There was no more Takada Zuka here. From now on, you'll be performing at the Nippon Gakujo. Ah, okay. So, this person, the Takarazuka music show, played. Okay, Takarazuka music school. Or the performers from the year blank. I said the performers. The Hada Kabuki. Right, this is the Kabukiza Theatre, which I believe still does Kabuki theatres, right? Yeah. Post-war Kabuki, right. Venerable. Very similar style, right? Sprouting from its interior, so it goes. There's no performer, and magnificent performances to boot. The theatre is fully fitted with air conditioning, right? There's a whole place to put the family to enjoy the popular arts. Oh. Any pile. Alright, well, let's close this. We'll have a look in this later again. I wonder if we can, learn more. This is getting certainly harder, isn't it? This one is this one, I believe. And now this is the Takarazuka Theatre here, right? And then this would be it here, I believe. We forgot, we pressed reset. There we go, perfect. Alright, let's read about this. Notice for do you guys best friends for his efforts to improve conditions for soldiers, right? From the fighting Europe, killed in action in 1945 during the Battle of Okinawa by a Japanese machine gun. Keiko Sanoi was a Japanese actress, joined the Takaruzuka Review in 1929, and became famous as a versatile comedic talent in both male and female roles. And a box office movie star in Musha Matsu no Isha 1943. She survived the atomic bombing of August 6th with no visible injury, but died of radiation poisoning in Kobe on August 25, 1 week after the war ended. Oh, that's sad, isn't it? That same month, the Allied powers, led by General Douglas MacArthur, began the postal occupation of Japan. Radiation sickness is a horrible thing to die of. You kind of die, it cooks your insides, so... American-led forces arrived in the force in Tokyo under the Supreme Commander for the Allied powers, also referred to as General Headquarters. That same year, GHQ made its mark on the city by taking over Tokyo offices, shops, and theatres to serve as facilities for American, British, and other Allied forces. Right. We've read this one out. This is the Ernie Pyle Theatre now. And here's the woman of the Takarazuka Theatre. Yes, I did read about this one. Yeah, this is the Takaruzaka Theatre. When was it renamed? So Ernie Pyle Theatre became... When did it become the Ernie Pyle? Ernie... There we go. Perfect. So just as Ernie Pyle in this one. He won the Pulitzer Prize for his... Yep, I read all of this. Oh. When was the renamed? The Tokyo Tadakazuka, blah 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 blah. And... the same month. In theaters, right? The day it was... Right. So this was after a feeling of the utmost excitement. Right. What did we learn in the other place? There was another station that we went to, right? It was... I'm going to click on all of these for a second. Right, this is all about the bridge. We've done that one and the earthquake one. Isn't this interesting? Okay. After an American soldier, right? Oh, American journalist. But when was it renamed? Takarazuka Theatre. Names in Japan. Maybe it's in here. 1936. 7 months. Massive bombing, right. And then when there's the... Okay, so this is where the bombs happen. The Emperor decides to surrender. Okay, so this is Iwo Jima, right. And this is when the 2 bombs are dropped. 2 nuclears. Around about 1945. Strike Tokyo in the surprise Doolittle raid. Okay, if we go back to the 1900s in here, in the history of Tokyo, because this is when World War II happened, around about here-ish. Okay. So just World War II is just ignored in the entire history of Japan here. And in the Edo history, well, we know that World War II did not happen in the Edo history. When was it renamed? That's the question. So they're all in the same entertainment district. Okay, here's where we can find stuff. Okay, opened in 1999. Charlie Chaplin came to watch it in 1932. I know George and attempt on his life by ultranational set in May 15th. In 1945, it survived the USA raise. After surrender, it was reopened in 1946, the renamed Memorial Hall, but was never the same again. In 1958, it was Erupon. Okay. So this is about the Rogoku Bridge Sports Hall. The building was finally demolished. Okay. But that doesn't really explain when this thing was renamed. Probably 1945-ish. It was renamed. When was this photo taken? Tell me. Analyze for me. Any pile. Would have been named this in some stage. So what I reckon that we're probably doing is that we're answering all of these by the Allied American forces. Once used by the, what do you reckon? Allied forces. Daiichi Sumo Sogo building. Okay. So yeah, it looks like when did the war occupation happen? And what did they say? Is it Allied forces? Held by the Allied forces. Skip. American, British, and other Allied powers. American Fed Forces. It was reopened at the Allied Forces. So they always say Allied Forces. Unless it's not the Daiichi Sumisego building, but it looks like it was in here. The grey-white columns of the historic Daiichi Sumisego building to its right. So that's this one here, right? So that's the theatre, and you can't see the other one. And that fits in here. This is the Tokyo Kaikan for sure, 100%. Imperial Theatre is here. It's got that cool thing. So, it must be... Maybe it's the British Allied Forces that used it? I don't know. No. Obviously it was the Takurozuka Allied Forces. Is that So it is... Journalist. So it is these two that are wrong. Allied Occupation Forces. Aha, there we go. At the time this postcard was printed, Baba Sakamon Gate. Right, so the Imperial Theatre. And even bought Puccini's Modern Butterfly. Oh, Brett. The building was closed. Right. The theatre building survived World War II. The original building was decided in 1964. This building in turn closed in 2025 and were replaced by a new theatre in 2030. So it's closed now. The Tokyo Kaikan was built as a private social scene venue for Tokyo's elite. It survived Tokyo Airways and was replaced as an officers' club. And when was it built? Then again in 2019, a massive redevelopment of 4 separate buildings. A chandelier from the original building still remains. Tokyo embodies both old and new, where an ancient temple stands it's a brand new skyscraper. That said, the same is true of most places around the world if you know where to look. Yeah, it's definitely true of Australia, for example. But Australia is a more modern country. Definitely more true in Japan. Definitely true in America, for example. America, I think, shows definitely more of its age than, like, for example, Asia. Just because there's not a whole heck of a lot of building projects happening in America at the moment. So now we need to find out what hosted what performance were hosted here. Must be like the woman performers or the... And what year was it? Let's read about the Nippon Gakujo Theatre. Both and performance method. Basement holds the famous news theatre. The news theatre? It hosted the blank performers. Nippon Gakujo. Because we learned here, right, that the Takodozakwa music school was performing in the theatre there. We arrived in the capital with nothing but our sense of what we could carry in our bags. We found the doors sundered. An old lady... Didn't you get the letter? The review has moved. There's no more Takarazuka here for now on. You'll be performing at the Nippon Gakujo. And they were there. Takarazuka. This lady, Keisanoi, was the Takarazuka review. So Keiko is the same lady in this one. Kaoru. Who's speaking here? Who's reading this? Kaoru and I. Keiko Sonoi in 1943, but died of radiation poisoning. Takarazuka review. Reminds me of the The Takarazuka Theatre. And then that was in what year? Did she write that? She wrote that one in the days after the surrender blow. So that was in the surrender was 1945-ish, right? (1945). Wonder what era it is at the moment. I know there's still an emperor in Japan, of course, but yeah, don't know his last name. All right. I'll scroll through this one. We probably will read this strip shows. Ooh. I'm definitely going there. Dear me, dear me. Alrighty. And now we just need to find out when this was renamed. It would have been roughly around about 1945, right? When they were renaming everything. There we go. Okay. Group of this 3000 Street. Yeah, the Tarakuzu was banished to the nearby Nippon Gakujo Theatre. The Tarakuzu Theatre building was taken over and renamed the Unipile Theatre. Yep. Did provide much needed jobs for the workers in the Japanese theatre industry after the war. There we go. Perfect. The World Wide Web will never replace encyclopedias, I believe it said. Alrighty. Well, let's go back to our theatre spirit. Alright, it was 2 years after the Second World War ended, which is 1945, so 1947-ish. There we go. On a pleasant warm afternoon, I went window shopping in Kyobashi. So was Kyobashi existed in 1945? I'm going to guess that it did. Yes, it looks like it did. And I imagine that it was opened as a shopping period in 1947. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so definitely still around in this area. Yeah. Perfect. So we know that that could have been possible. I walked for about 10 to 15 minutes to the Imperial Theatre, so let's have a look. 1945. 7. It's 1947, right? From Kyobashi to the Imperial Theatre. And he said that it took him 13 minutes roughly. Yeah, perfect. Okay. I watched American officers milling around the boat near the Allied GHQ building. Alright, did the American Allied GHQ 30? Let's have a look. GHQ building. So yeah, by taking over offices, so they took over in 1945. But would it be called the GHQ building? Probably, maybe. I thought it was called the Scamp building more. So let's take that. Anyway, let's go to from the Scamp building to the which one was it? It was the no, it was like the scaffolding. When did this guy, this fella, the lieutenant said this is the Wako building, right? Until Scap took it over in 45. So the Wako building was, yeah, this is by the HQ. So the worker building. So he walked from the worker building, Wako, Ginza Wako to, where did he walk to? I've forgotten. To the Ernie Pile Theatre, which is the Takarazuka Theatre. Or Takarazuka Theatre. 9 minutes. So roughly around about that time. As evening fell to watch a performance by the Takara... Oh, well, this is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. Okay, so the spirit's action is plausible, but was not possible in that year, right? I watched a performance by the Takaraguzu at the early Pano Theatre. Because the specific historical event described did not take place in this year. This is when the Takarazuka Theatre moved to that area. So probably this one, I'm gonna guess. And then it's like this. And then we know that this, in this one, right? All of the women moved to Nippon Gaikujo. Sure. Wasn't at the Nippon Theatre in 1947. Is that right? I guess I must have missed that. Yeah. Oh, now I remember. It wasn't like that at all. Aha. Now I don't remember much of growing up. I was born in a distant land across the sea. My family were slaves. From the moment I was old enough to walk, I was forced to work on a farm. But I was lucky in a way. Bandits attacked the farm and all that confusion, I managed to get away. I figured I'd come back, but I don't know. I guess I like running, so I kept running. I was big and strong. Pretty early on, I realized I could hit people to get things. In time, people would give me things to hit other people. It was good business until they came looking for me after I hit the wrong person. Started running again until I reached a port on the coast. A place opened up for an oarsman, a galley going far across the sea, so I took it. When I arrived in the new land across the sea, my heart leapt to see how vast and beautiful it was. I'd enjoyed all the rowing, so I kept on with the boat as we travelled from place to place. One day, our boat arrived at a small village nestled in the cliffs overlooking a huge bay. Seemed like a nice place to stay, so I did. So I moved to a different area. Red River, unknown meaning, June. 10. No, there's Jude. We got another. Perfect. Okay. We thank you for your diligence. We thank you for hard work. We hope you enjoyed your company mandated weekend break. Why, thank you. I've always enjoyed my company mandated weekend break. Now, do we think? I know that we want to keep obviously the Sky God on as much as possible, right? Let's skip this stuff for now. Aha. There we go. Let's get to the main menu because we're nearing the end of the episode. And let's just have a look at the gallery. The characters. Do we get the Sun God now? Can we have a look at him? No. We've seen him. But, you know. He's clearly right here, you know. We got more... Oh, we can have a look at the Kyoto Bridge now as well. Let's have a look at the treasures. I want to unlock this mobile phone. Yeah, let's do it. And look at that. Let's buy all of these while we're here, shall we? I don't know what these do, but they're cool. So I'll buy them. We've got heaps of money. So we won't need to worry. We can just walk if we can't take a train. Where do we go? We go to 1590 in this game? Crazy. 1999 is the most recent. So yeah, we got heaps. Unlock 15 out of 44 poker. We've still got a while way to go, don't we? But yeah, that's Mysteries of Old Tokyo. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, or subscribe. And in the meantime, I'll see you in the next one. See ya!